right, well, let's talk about, the possible effectiveness of vaccines. Pfizer and Moderna, they're taking a look at those new booster shots that combine possibly, different variants to offer different protection, if you will, in the fall. Is that something that we need to trend toward as we're starting to see all these subvariants?
I think it may be something we should think about. The problem is the data on the vaccination with some of the subvariants hasn't really showed so much better protection compared to the original strain or the vaccine against the original strain. We need to see exactly how much extra protection we're going to get from that combo vaccine before it's going to be rolled out and say, this is the booster you should get in the fall. We're not there yet. However, those people who do need that fourth booster probably should get it now because we really want them protected while we're seeing these subvariants of Omicron.
And so that's people who are 50 and older.
It's not just people 50 and over, it's people who have underlying immune issues, people who are at high risk. And high risk is often defined by a lot of different illnesses. Do you have cardiac illness? Do you have pulmonary illness? Do you have any renal disorders? Are you on any immune suppressive drugs? All of those fall into the category of you're high risk, get your fourth dose.
But about 3 in 10 adults right now who are eligible for a booster, just, the regular booster, aren't getting them yet.
Right, and I'm sort of worried about that because the numbers of hospitalizations are unfortunately creeping up. And we're seeing those hospitalized are exactly those groups who would have been eligible for that dose and never got it. So yes, thinking that you're protected, you're fine, you can go out, not so true right now. The subvariants of Omicron are absolutely highly contagious, and they're out there. And especially now, when kids are going to prom or they're in school or parents and grandparents are getting together with their kids, we're seeing super spreading happening all the time. So if you are eligible for that booster dose, look around. Where are you going? Are you traveling? Are you going to family events? Are you going to weddings or other things like that? Get your booster before you go so that you'll get that extra bit of protection while you're there.
And are the monoclonals still working?
So the monoclonals are working not as wonderfully as we would like it. And we're down to just a few monoclonals that are effective. Some of them are being used as prophylaxis or prevention before you get sick, and some are being used for treatment when you get sick to give it to you. But getting them is difficult, and I've heard a lot of parents complaining that they or their parents or relatives can't get these monoclonals. So they have to be scheduled, they're an IV medication. And for that reason, more people are defaulting to the Paxlovid. What's the problem? The Paxlovid also has drug-drug interactions. So even though you may want to get it, you may not be allowed to get it because of the drugs you're on already. So definitely get that expert medical opinion. If you're sick, which way should you go? Should you go for the monoclonal? Should you go for the Paxlovid? And recognizing that neither one of these is 100% perfect.